Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. It's another week. We're here. We're having fun. This is my bro.
Jama.
Mukhtar.
Whoa. what was that?
What's that about?
We gotta change things, you know?
That
I gotta come with some aggression.
Sounded like you had some phlegm stuck in you.
Do you?
Maybe.
You hit the really hard, you know what I mean?
It's kind of intimate.
It's okay. I hope you're well, though, fam. And I'm Slim. This is the Coffee Break Podcast, guys. Let's get right into it, okay?
All right.
We got ourselves another Am I the Asshole? You guys give me your opinions, okay?
Okay.
Facts.
Right off top. Am I the asshole for breaking up with my boyfriend after he couldn't afford... let me just circle back, okay? Am I the asshole for breaking up with my boyfriend after he couldn't be bothered to plan my birthday with me?
Yes.
Whoa, that was very fast. Yes.
I'm not a birthday guy.
Okay.
So if you're gonna break up with me because of that, the love wasn't real.
Oh.
Sheesh, okay.
You know what? I'm gonna let the story play out.
Yeah, okay. Let's hear some details. And then
Impartial.
Okay.
I'm biased.
Okay, go.
Clearly we know. I, 20 female, was dating my boyfriend, 21 male, for about a year. We met at work at a clothing store and clicked very quickly. He's funny, easy to talk to, and when we're together, things really feel good. I do love being around him, but over time I noticed a pattern that really started to bother me. I'm always the one initiating everything, plans, conversations, even serious talks about our relationship. He's not rude, but he's very passive. A lot of, I don't know, whatever you want, or you decide. I brought it up to him a few times. Every time it turns into this big emotional talk where he apologizes. Sometimes he gets me flowers, but most of the time he just says he'll do better. But then he actually starts to try for a few days, but goes right back to the same thing. The breaking point was the planning of my birthday. I had been really intentional about it. I got my shift covered, made sure that I had the whole day free, and I told him I really just wanted to spend time with him and just plan something together, me and him, nothing crazy. Just something that felt like effort from both sides. When we started talking about what to do, it was the same cycle again. I'd ask him for ideas and he'd say things like, I don't know, you can choose, or suggest really generic things like, we can just eat somewhere, without actually engaging in or planning with me. After a while, I told him that it feels like I'm always the one carrying everything, and even something like my birthday still feels like I'm planning my own day, while he just sits there and agrees in the background. That's when it escalated. He told me I was overthinking it and that I was making a big deal out of nothing, that he didn't know what else I wanted from him, because he was already agreeing to spend the day with me and suggesting normal activities. That honestly just kind of set me off. I felt like I was trying to explain the same thing for the 100th time and I was being dismissed once again. I ended up snapping at him and telling him that I can't keep doing this and that I don't feel like I'm in a relationship where I'm actually being met halfway. We broke up a few days before my birthday. Now he's been texting me saying that I blew things out of proportion, that he was always trying, and that I gave up on him too quickly. Part of me feels bad because I know he didn't mean it, but I do think he cares about me in his own way. Another part of me feels like I was slowly starting to get worn down by always being the one pushing things forward. So now I'm stuck wondering if I was the asshole for ending it over something that just might be how he is. Am I the asshole?
Do you still feel that way?
I still feel that way.
Why?
One thing I'm gonna suggest, in this story, I don't think, because I'm gonna stick to my past statements, because of the age, I don't really think there's an asshole, but if I had to choose one, I'd be leaning towards her. Because the more you're gonna grow, the more you realize some people are not planners. Our love comes out in different ways, and we show up where we can, and where we can't, we try to get the environment or our partners to help us out. So if he's not a planner, are you gonna crucify him for that? If you want to plan things, you can plan things. That's fine. If you want someone to plan for you, you can find another man, as she's doing. But don't try to move like it is his fault. If you can clearly see he's overwhelmed and he wants to show up for you, but he can't.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say not the asshole. I'm gonna go in a different opinion than you because honestly, to me it just seems like she's asking for effort. She's not really asking him to go above and beyond and plan a whole special bash or whatever. I feel like she even said that in the story itself, I feel like she mentioned the catalyst was her birthday itself. Like this was an ongoing thing where she feels like she's getting like half measures from her boyfriend in terms of like how they spend their time together. And he could be a low maintenance kind of person in terms of like how he wants things to be done himself, but like to push that onto somebody else based off of that being comfortable for you is, in my opinion, a little bit selfish, especially on her birthday, a day where she is trying to make the most of, and you're saying stuff like, let's just go eat somewhere. it's almost like gaslighting, to be honest with you, because she's in her mind, she's psychologically testing him to let him know, yo, this is make or break for you. What are we gonna do? And he's just pushing the same narrative of it's just a normal day, or I'm just with you. Like, you should be grateful that I'm with you. And I feel like that is where she's seeing a lack of effort from her side, or from his side of the relationship. And I think she's justified in finding somebody else, because she's just gonna get this over and over again, in my opinion.
You've never said greater words in your life.
Yeah, you like that one?
You never said better words in your life.
You like that one?
I echo your entire sentiment.
Okay, before you continue,
Go ahead.
Do you think she's the asshole or not?
No, I don't think she's the asshole. To reiterate some of what you said, what she was looking for was effort. What she was looking for was compromise. What she was looking for was somebody who's willing to do something for her. And he was not willing to take any of those steps in order to make her feel better. It's not about him in the situation. You know, it's about supporting the person who's asking for help or wants you to do something on her behalf. To me, what it sounded like was he was trying to be selfish. You know, like he was trying to say, take me as I am. People have this misconception, in my opinion, and you guys feel free to disagree, that you come as you are in a relationship and that's who you forever will be. Just because I came to you or we started this relationship, a version of myself, doesn't necessarily mean I won't change a little bit or adapt to this person in order for us to become a better unit. You know, I am 100% the things that I'm not willing to compromise on, my values. I'm not going to do that. However, small changes that I can make in order to make someone's life benefit more, 100% I'll do that. If that's the girl that I'm pursuing and that's the person who I eventually want to marry, I'm willing to make these small changes, even though realistically, do I want to plan a birthday? Probably not. Mm-hmm. However, am I willing to do that for the person I love? Absolutely. Because if that makes her happy, that makes us happy. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
One thing I'm going to add, young folks, I'm talking to the people now.
Go ahead.
Let me have a moment. You're going to realize as you age, you're going to have to assess what you're willing to end a relationship over, what you have to offer, and where you're looking for. And let's say this guy treats you well. Let's say he comes, picks you up, drops you off at work, picks you up a coffee, does other things for you, and he just cannot plan events for you. If that's that important for you and you're willing to end a relationship, do that. But assess what the good qualities he has. She didn't mention much other issues other than the event planning. And I think the brother just needs to be led a little bit. He's 21?
21, yeah.
21, what are you? You're still trying to learn your city. You're still trying to get adapted to your city and where you can go with certain things and how you can apply to events. Walking in coffee is good enough for a person like me, and he seemed similar.
I just think people just like she has every right to want what she wants at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And she's in a relationship with this guy, like Warsami was saying. It's not necessarily a matter of that plan. I think she's more so expecting the joy to come from the planning of the event, more so than actual spending time together of the event. You know, based off how she's writing the story. So it's just a matter of effort. It's not necessarily he doesn't have to like go above and beyond and give her the entire world. She's not asking for too much. The effort that's being made here is kind of the point of contention, not necessarily the day itself. I feel like she's more so expecting the joy to come from the planning of the event rather than the actual spending time on the day of for the event. Maybe a little bit of both, but I feel like she's seeing there's an opportunity for her to actually get closer to her man by planning her birthday together. And that's not that big of a thing to ask, in my opinion. So I think, like you're saying, that everybody's has their uniqueness to them and how they move and grow. But in a relationship where you're with two people, there's got to be some sort of growth, and there's got to be some sort of like level-headedness where you realize that this other person is expecting something of you, and you have to deliver in some sort of way. So that's kind of where I'll leave it at.
So, is she the asshole?
I say yes.
I say yes.
Oh, sorry. I say no. Sorry.
No.
I'm thinking. I say no.
Out there.
Let me reiterate. Let me see.
Go ahead.
Is she the asshole?
I say no. I think the guy's the asshole. He needs to do better.
I say yes. Effort comes in many different ways. You can't just dictate off one thing.
I absolutely don't think she's the asshole. And to your point, just the lasting note, because you brought it up when you were talking to the people.
You're not supposed to hear this for the people.
Fair enough, but just because you consider that effort doesn't mean the other person would. You have to compromise. That's your point of effort. You have to be able to support someone in the way that they know how. Because you're doing what you can doesn't necessarily mean that's all you can do. And I'll leave it on that.
The people heard you on that one.
Fair
Well,
enough.
let's ask the people themselves. What do you guys think in the comments? Are you right? Is he right? Is he right? Am I right? Are we all right? Are we all wrong? Let us know. We're the Coffee Podcast. We'll see you next time.
See?